Hello and welcome back to another video. So, fairly miserable evening here. I've just finished work and I'm heading down. The grass just isn't coming along at all. So we're running fairly light above where the young stock are. So I'm coming down now to get the gator and I'm going to fill that up with silage. I'll just pike it into the back of it and bring it up to them. And we'll try and move them then when we have a bit of help around someday. But yeah, it's getting fairly tight up there, so we're just trying to stretch it as much as we can with the silage, and I'm going to give them a few nuts as well, just because this weather is absolutely miserable, so we try to keep them happy. Then I'll come back down. I'll have to feed the rest of them, probably have to put in a couple of bales as well, I can't remember. And I need to tidy up the tail of the cow that's going to calve in the next day or two, I hope. So we'll tidy up her tail and her udder. She's very hairy, so from the slats it's gotten very dirty. So my dad assures me that using a candle to singe the hair is a technique that my granddad used to use on the dairy cows when they did dairy in the 70s. So we're going to try that, and yeah, hopefully that'll smarten her up a bit before she gives birth, and it just makes sure that everything's nice and clean for the calf. I'll give her some fresh bedding as well because she is one woman to you know what, so we'll spread a bit more straw in there for her as well, just to make sure everything's all nice in case a calf does come tomorrow while I'm at work. So that's the plan. I'll bring you along for as much of it as I can. Oh, sorry. How are you? Who else is here? You two. How are you feeling? How's the weather treating you? Not great. Now, I learned my lesson yesterday. So yesterday I brought up the silage and the nuts, and I get out of the bucket. Oh Jesus. Maybe I didn't learn my lesson. Maybe this is actually worse than what I did yesterday. But yeah, yesterday I put out the silage first and then I put out the nuts, but sure, they were so distracted by the silage that they didn't come to the nuts at all. Only one of them came with me. So they kind of got a bit damp and stuff, which look, hopefully now when I go over they will have eaten them all, but don't you know, now you don't want to be wasting any of them with the price of them. So I'm going to give them their nuts first, and they'll all be distracted with those, and I'll be able to just tip out the silage, and I'll just tip it out right by the wire so that they're trampling as little as possible of it. I don't like putting it out in the middle of the field because they just tend to lie in it. So, okay, easy. Okay, I better concentrate. Now, they're all distracted. You can see them behind me. I'm not gonna lie, it's very annoying seeing the place as wet as it is. I was up here doing the fencing what was that, 2 weeks ago I'd say, and the place was bone dry. Even the passage up was so dry, and that place is rarely dry, but the state of it now. But yeah, they're starting to cut up the place as well, but we don't have too many options now at the moment, unfortunately. So look, I'll just keep them well fed. They've nice shelter there. They have the trees over here, and they have the trees along the ditch there as well. They tend to go under there, so they've plenty of shelter here. Really, it's just about keeping them well fed now and happy. So, but I will do that with the silage. It is grand now anyway with the longer evenings. It's fine because I'm able to come up here and do it in the light after work. So I'd say it's close to 6:30 now, and it's still perfect. So yeah, we'll get this silage thrown out there so that when they're done with their nuts, they'll be ready to tuck in. Now they're all tucking in. I just spread it out so that they're not all bunched on top of each other, and so that the smaller ones have a chance of getting it. But yeah, I just hate to see them all wet and miserable looking like myself. But yeah, I don't know if that all outwintering crack would be for me at all. I don't think I could. I don't think I could look at them. It was bad enough when it was just the 2 cows and the calf out in it. I don't think I could look at them for a whole winter. Just wet and miserable. So yeah, I think it's down for 7 or 8 days, so hopefully after that it improves and we better get a bit of dry weather and some bit of warmth and we get the grass going. But yeah, torrential shower here now, so I'm gonna go back down to the shed. Well, what can I say about that? Only it was a disaster. She's just too wild. She's actually the grandmother of the heifer that I had in for AI, and you can see the characteristics that are passed down amongst generations. So yeah, look, to be honest, would I want a candle at me? Probably not. So yeah, look, she was just way too flighty, so we said we'd only end up getting hurt, so we leave it. All I've done is put even more straw in, so I don't know. I've loads of straw in there and I'm just hoping it'll clean itself a little bit over the couple of days, which look is probably a bit ambitious, but look, I don't want her hurting herself, kicking out, and obviously I don't want myself or Dad getting hurt either, so it's not worth it. We'll see what we can do when she does have the calf. But look at her tail, it's nice and clean, at least that much. Now, you wouldn't want to look too close because I did butcher it a little bit, but I am going to get clippers, so that'll mean hopefully by the end of the year and before they go in for the winter as well, I'll have nice pretty tails and clean backs on them as well, so hopefully there'll be less dirt sticking to them then when they are in over winter and things. So look, learning all the time, you know. I didn't actually know that was a thing until people told me last year. So yeah, I'll definitely be investing and doing that. So look, unfortunately didn't get the hair off, but look, she's fine. Hopefully she calves without any trouble. She is actually, as far as I remember, she's the reason we got this calving pen put in. She almost killed my dad and my brother-in-law when they were trying to dehorn her calf about 4 years ago, I'd say it was. So we had a makeshift pen out of gates tied together, and yeah, she almost cleared it. She was very close. So they got a fright that day. My dad said, no, there's no point in taking risks like that anymore. So she was christened special that day, and not for any good reason, that's for sure. But yeah, look, hopefully everything goes to plan, and hopefully one of my next videos, if not my next video, will be me looking after the calf, a bit of tagging, dehorning, or even just checking up on it when it's born. But look, that's it. The good news story of the day though is that I did not have to bring in bales. There was plenty of silage for them, so I'm delighted about that, because it's still lashing down outside there. So yeah, getting dark now, so I'm going to head off. Thought this was going to be a really interesting video with the burning off the hair, but that didn't happen, so I'm sorry if it actually ended up being really bland. But thanks for watching anyway. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.